So good morning, you guys, and welcome back to the vlog. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I feel like my face is already getting puffy and a little swollen from pregnancy. Does that ever happen to you guys during pregnancy? I feel like my face just gets a little bit fuller and a little bit more swollen and puffy. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But we are starting off the vlog while taking a walk. Harlow, say hi. Hi. Say good morning. I really want to stay active this pregnancy. Now, given I am active with 3 of the kids, constantly running around, getting everything that they need, cleaning up, taking them to school, it takes a lot. Like, it takes a lot of energy, and I feel like I'm constantly on the go and I'm constantly on my feet. But I've noticed anytime I get pregnant, I kind of stop exercising and staying fit and staying active, and that's something I want to change this pregnancy for sure. I swear, I have the worst luck when it comes to vlogging or filming and lawnmowers. Anytime I need to film something at home, there's a lawnmower. Anytime I go somewhere, it's always the days that they are mowing the grass. I have the worst luck, so hopefully it's not too distracting. But like I was saying, yeah, I just want to stay active this pregnancy. I really haven't had the chance because of how hot it's been. So it's finally cloudy, it's overcast, it's under 80 degrees. So we're taking advantage of this and going on a walk. What is she doing? I didn't see her head. Harlow, you not enjoying the walk? Are you not enjoying it? I think she's like, can we just have this walk over with and go to the park? There's like a little park up there. I've always seen women that have been super active during their pregnancies and, you know, even run marathons while being pregnant. And not saying that that's something I want to do, because honestly I would love to do that. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to before I give birth, because I have to, like, that's something you have to work yourself up to. Like, you have to be really fit before getting pregnant. But I think just giving me this extra boost and staying active now will hopefully, well, obviously I can't exercise for 6 weeks after giving birth, but hopefully it will continue to keep going and I can continue to stay active, because it's something that I wish I was more motivated about, quite honestly. And I used to love running and exercising, but it's just been a challenge, and like I said, just hard to motivate myself. But I'm very determined this time, and I'm hoping I can at least get out a few times a week to go on a mile or a couple mile walk for right now.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it go.
Where are you going? You're always taking like the hardest route. Harlow always takes the path less taken. Like, for example, she'd rather walk through all of that grass than go on the sidewalk. And now she's struggling. Oh my goodness, come here.
Passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I should start living now. With the whole world at our feet, we could stay or we could.
So now I'm hungry after working up an appetite, and now I don't know what I want to eat. I think it's because I have my mind so set on dinner tonight. We got our HelloFresh box yesterday. We made one of the meals. Didn't record any of it, but I do have a picture right here to show you guys. It was like a cherry balsamic glaze over pork chops with couscous and roasted broccoli, and it was amazing. And then tonight we're making pineapple poblano tacos, and I'm so excited. Like, that's all I want to eat right now, but I know I have to save it to dinner. That's why I love HelloFresh so much, is because these are recipes that I normally wouldn't try, so it kind of brings me out of my safe cooking element to try new recipes. And I'm telling you guys right now, I can say 100% with confidence that every single recipe that I've ever tried with them, I've always loved. Every single one, every single recipe has been so good. I already know a lot of you guys are already familiar with HelloFresh, but if you're not, they are a home meal delivery service. So you basically get these meals sent right to your door, fresh ingredients, the step-by-step instructions. For the most part, they are very simple to follow. They take about half an hour to make. Everything is right there laid out in front of you. And not only that, you can choose from so many boxes. So whatever you're looking for, whatever you're needing in your family, you can pick. I know they have vegetarian boxes. They have the family box. That's what we got. We got the family box for 4 people, even though it always ends up feeding more. Like we always end up having leftovers regardless. So I will be showing you guys that meal later and us preparing and cooking it, but I do have a code for you guys and a link down below for you guys to check out. So if you guys are interested or have been wanting to try out HelloFresh, they are giving 6 free HelloFresh meals. Customers will receive $60 off their first 3 boxes. So definitely use my code Britney60 and the link will be down below for you guys. Guys, when I'm pregnant, food is everything. I'm constantly thinking about food because I am honestly starving every single hour, it feels like. So I'm trying to decide what we're gonna have for lunch, and I'll see you guys here in a little bit. So I just got an alert that there was a person at home, and totally forgetting that Frank is gonna go back to the apartment after he picks up Luna. I'm actually waiting to pick up Nolan from school. I was like, okay, time to call the police. And then I see that Frank's in there cleaning up all of Luna's hair. Well, he was there. I don't know where he disappeared to. I feel like such a weirdo and a creep right now. It's not even funny. He's like really getting everything, like even underneath the chairs and everything, which is sometimes not even what I do. Now I'm creeping on Nolan. He's right there in the white and gray shirt. Oh, he's gone now. I just feel like a huge creep. Like I'm just creeping on everybody right now. Do you feel better now? She was just crying in her car seat. Hey, are you happy to be out of your car seat? Are you happy to be out of your car seat? She was just crying up a storm, and I'm like, okay, all right, it's time to get her out. Are you more comfortable now that you're out of the car seat? Yeah. She's already turned on her seat warmer. And then she tried to press one of these, and I'm like, no, don't press them. Oh my goodness. Can you put it back? Can you put it back? You're gonna put it back? Uh-oh.
We're moving through the night like we're from a different star, flying over streets and the broken hearts. But they can't even touch us, we found a different beat. Paradise is waiting and we bought the lead. Ooh, getting caught in the mist, there's so many that never get out of. They're feeding the fears and the doubts. Ooh, but we're golden, we run to the end and we run without shame. We own the game.
Alright guys, so before this vlog ends, Frank and I why did I talk like that? Frank and I, we wanted to do a quick Q&A for you guys because I know a lot of you guys had a lot of questions about the house and the whole process itself. Yeah, everything, even though we are no experts by means because this is our first house, but maybe we can give a little insight and give you guys advice. Well, we're still learning ourselves, so yeah, maybe if you guys can give us advice as well. I will say I did go to see how many questions there were. There was a bunch. There was a ton, which we're definitely not going to be able to answer every single question because there were so many, but we'll try and answer as many as we can and try to make it as short and sweet because you guys know I like to talk and I like to talk a lot. I can talk like I'm doing now. So Vanessa, Brittany, Lynn, Bree, some of my friends, even Camille, oh my gosh, she's really sweet. We're like, is there a little space to put my air mattress where there'll be room for me? And then Vanessa put, will there be bunk beds for Danny and I? So there definitely will be room to have guests. Yeah, there's gonna be room to have guests, that's for sure. Hey, listen, if you guys, any of you guys want to stay over, come right ahead. Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should give. There's plenty of space. There's your man cave too in the garage. Oh, don't you touch my man cave. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one already. Okay, so Rebecca from Baker's Baby Book asked, how do you even start the process of making a house? That's a good question because I have no idea. So my best advice for that is do your research on, I guess, different building, what would you call that? Different, not building companies, but like, I mean, yeah, building companies, right? Yeah, or like, I don't know. Housing developments kind of thing. Yeah. Different builders. what's around your area. And honestly, it was easy as just going in and talking to a sales rep and, you know, looking at different layouts, you know, because every different like building company, or like you were saying, they're gonna have different styles, and you kind of have to look at that. And honestly, I mean, it's free just to go talk to them, have like a consultation. They'll let you know pricing. And actually, before we even put a down payment, you know, we went through everything with the layout. Remember how we went through the layout?
We went through the whole layout, and then we finally decided on something.
And he was really nice enough to give us a price, like, hey, this is how much the house will be, this is how much your down payment would be, like everything. So it doesn't hurt to just go talk to somebody. I mean, that's what they're there for. That would be the first process, and then they'll walk you through everything if you do decide.
After that, I mean, I say it's pretty simple, but it's very stressful.
It is, and it's not at the same time. Okay, so was it hard to stay within a price range with all the upgrade options? This is a very good question.
There was a couple of things that we did to the house for resale purposes later down the road, and it was like, well, do we really need that, or do we need this more? Yes and no, because we both were on the same page about what we wanted and what we didn't want. So yes, it was hard to stay in a budget, but no, it wasn't at the same time.
It's really hard when you get in there and you see everything that's all like
upgraded. And you're like, oh my god, I want all this.
Yeah, because like, what was it that like, for example, the granite, they had like quartz, like really pretty nice countertops. But we went with just the simple, just like basic one. And it is smart to have a budget. Like, I'm not going to go over this, which we didn't.
We didn't
go over it. We could have gone farther than what,
right? We didn't.
So I think it's important, like Frank was saying, with the resale, like upgrade where it's necessary. Like if you're gonna resale it, people like hardwood floors. They like a nice kitchen, you know, they like all that kind of stuff.
Nice stairs.
Yeah,
it's just simple stuff like that. Like if you can do some of the work yourself, because it's going to save you in the long run, and it's also going to save you upfront cost.
Exactly. So we spent probably the most in the kitchen and the flooring. Those were the two things. It's definitely going to be my favorite.
The kitchen is going to be gorgeous, and also think that the living room, with what I want to do for the living room, I think it's going to look really nice. Well, what we want to do, you're right.
Okay, so a lot of people are asking how many rooms total. 4 rooms.
Yes, with the option to make 2 more.
Yeah, we do. We actually could make it, like we could turn the loft into a room as well as the 3rd garage. How many square feet will it be? I think it's almost 3,000.
Yeah, it's almost 3,000.
Almost 3,000 square
feet. That's a good estimate.
What made you decide to build rather than buy?
That's a hard one. I mean, we discussed it.
We talked about both, yeah.
But I feel we both felt like to get what we wanted for the price that we knew it was going to cost, we would much rather build and have everything right than actually have to go into a home and make it to where like we need it to be as a family. And
I am not in the position to buy a house and renovate or fix things up. The process is longer, of course, but also, like, let's say the stuff that will have to be under warranty, it's new, obviously things can still happen. But let's say, you know, we move into a house and just everything just starts like falling apart, or like things start breaking, and then
that's more upfront cost.
It's a lot. It is more lengthy, it is more stressful to build, but there's not as much upfront cost, like Frank was saying. Like everything's already done. And honestly, I don't have the patience for renovating. I really don't. So I'd rather it just be done.
Did you guys have to buy land, then buy the house? My boyfriend and I really want to build our own home.
That's a really good question.
With where we built, we had the option to go with like a basic lot or get something a little bit bigger, I think, which had a different elevation on it, which made it like its own thing. We paid a little bit more for the lot because we thought it was in a better location for...
Right. Like they have like base lots.
They have base lots that are included.
I think it just depends on what kind of land. Like if you want to buy just like land by itself versus in a development, it's different. I would say the pricing is also different as well.
The kids have separate rooms. So Aria and Nolan will have separate rooms. Scarlett and Harlow will share a room for the time being until we decide on what we want to do with the loft or the 3rd garage.
Most likely they will all have, well, until Scarlett is like old enough to go in their room. Like, we'll probably set up their room as Scarlett and Harlow's room, and it works out because they're actually gonna be the closest in age, and also they're both girls too, so that also helps too.
But it's also going to be nice because we're going to co-sleep with Scarlett
for a while. Yeah,
for a while. So
they'll have their room for a little bit. Yeah,
she's going to have her space for a little while.
Was it easy to choose the design elements of the house / do you have similar tastes? We actually agreed on things, well, except for one thing.
You want to go ahead and tell them what that is?
I had full range to the kitchen, except for one thing. And that was the
direct vent hood.
The hood, right? That's over the stove. He was so
I was very
set
persistent
on the stainless
steel direct vent hood.
So we went back and forth because I was like, oh my gosh, to upgrade to that like kitchen is gonna be so
yeah, it was
expensive.
a little expensive, but
it was. But then after kind of like seeing all the other details and kind of like looking at it, I was like, okay. I think the lady that when we went to the design center, she was like, you guys are like so easy because it took us no time to pick everything out. She said some couples
like the easiest ones to go through there.
Yeah, she's like some couples like will be like they'll have to make another appointment to come because they can't decide. No, we're deciding everything and we're deciding
we gotta get this house done.
Yeah, so yeah, we actually do have very similar tastes, I would say.
Which room are you most excited to decorate?
That's a good question. Probably the kids' rooms. Are you gonna be decorating your man cave?
Yeah.
What are you gonna decorate it?
I told you I was gonna build shelves and put some stuff up. Probably put some of my fire department stuff up. Oh yes. Would you be decorating your house for Christmas this year? Oh, if it is done, we are probably going to go all out for Christmas this year.
I don't know.
It's going to be so much fun.
I'll let Frank do that part, and I'll just sit back and tell him like where to put things, because I'm going to be so pregnant and just moving. But we will have a Christmas tree. There will at least be a Christmas tree. Okay, so this is a really good question. I have always heard mortgage is significantly cheaper than renting. Is this true in your case? Not in our case, but it can be in other people's cases. I think it depends on the size of the house, how much the house is, like how much the value of the house is, your interest rate.
That's a big one.
And what else?
Down payment
your income, down payment size. There's a lot of factors that go into how much you're gonna pay for your mortgage.
What has been your favorite part about building your house?
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part has been taking the kids to see the progress of the house, no matter how small or how big of a change it's been in like a day.
It's so exciting.
They get so excited to go in there and be like, this is my room, this is my room. That
I would
makes
say that's
me so
probably
happy.
That's probably the best part, is just seeing like the changes every single time.
Yeah, the changes.
All right, we're gonna answer a couple more questions.
Two more. You pick
two more.
One.
Okay.
This is the fastest building of a house I've ever seen. Is your contractor a miracle worker?
Yes.
Yes, he really is.
I have to give those workers so much credit because they are such hard workers. They've literally built like the framing of our house in 3 days.
Oh yeah.
3 days.
But then I also saw a comment somewhere on either your Instagram or mine. It's like, you kind of worry about the integrity of the house, you would say.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let me just throw this out here. These guys do this every day. They know what they're doing. They're putting these houses up the right way, no matter if it's put up slow or fast. And these houses are right, I'm telling you.
Not only that, they have to do inspections every step of the way. So they're constantly on top of that. So I'm getting a lot of questions about the loan process. So that, I will say, was probably the hardest part for us, just because I think it's the hardest part for everybody, just because they require so much. Like, you have to send in all your bank statements, you have to send in all your savings statements, pay stubs, taxes. So I think that, and sometimes they'll even like want more than that. So I think that was probably the hardest, and I shouldn't say longest part, because it's not the longest. Obviously building the house is the longest part, but that was probably the most like just difficult
and stressful, because it was every day or every 2 days they would call back and be like, hey guys, I hate to do this to you, but
I'm like,
can y'all get us this?
It's not just like, I feel like buying a car is so easy.
Oh my gosh.
You just go, you could like.
You just go in there,
just, yeah.
sign it.
Yeah, basically. And they're like, hey, here's your payments. But when it comes to buying a house, they want so much from you. And that's definitely stressful. They look at your credit. They look at
your debt ratios.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that,
like everything. You basically have to just sign your life away to them.
Yeah, you pretty much say, okay, here's everything I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, and basically.
Tell us what we can do.
Exactly. So, I don't know. If that part was long, I mean, we didn't have any, like, it wasn't the trouble of getting the loan. It was just the process, like, of how, like, long it was and how long it took. Because it's, like, on edge because they're, like, building your house. At the same time, you're like, crap, the loan hasn't gone through, like, because it's still going. So, yeah.
If y'all had that kind of trouble, leave us a comment.
Yeah,
because
hopefully we're not the only ones.
I feel like we're not the only ones, but like if y'all could just leave us a comment down below or say something.
Yeah.
Because
it was all right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this vlog / Q&A. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it answered your questions. If you do have any more questions, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But we'll see you guys in a vlog. Bye, guys.